Hi, if you continue my video from video number 1 where we did the chicken to do the mobile, now we're gonna wrap around the dowel with the wool. I already wrap around this one. I decided to go with yellow, go with nice contrast with the red in the end. It's very easy to make. This is my first time doing this. This is my own creation. The chicken, I found the video how to do the chickens in YouTube, but they do the chicken with little beads in the eyes, but I want to be child safe, and I did it with the wall. This rest of the video is my own creation. Like I said, I don't take credit for making the chickens, like creating the chickens. This is a video that I already learned from, but we're gonna do this is my own creation. Okay, now I decided to go with the color yellow for the dowels. I'm gonna leave a piece because I don't want to use any glue in here. I only want to use glue when I glue the heart to the dowels. Okay, we're gonna grab a piece of the yarn like that. You want to put it there, and we're going to start wrapping around, okay, like that, and top of that yarn. Try to have it straight like that, and you're going to be pushing it as close as you want to the tip, and together, but not too much that you will take it out of the dowel, just right there. And when I glue my heart here, or the heart, that will not come out from there because it will be nice and secure. Okay, you're going to continue doing like that, wrapping it around all the way to the end. This is my first mobile that I'm making it and learning at the same time that I'm teaching you guys. The other ones will be better as I make some more because I have 2 little baby coming into my family, from a nephew and a niece, and then I will have to make another one. I'll make the other one will be probably easier to make because I already have made this one. Okay, you're gonna continue doing this, wrapping it around. I will do it off camera until I go to the end where I show you how to finish this end. That's where I finish there. Okay, I'll be right back when I'm finished, almost finished the other side. Here I'm getting to the end, like you see, and I don't want to put any glue whatsoever, only in the tips where I'm gonna put the hearts, you know. I have more heart there. I have a little bit of showing a little bit of wood, but I have more hearts. I'm gonna do some knots. I'm gonna do loose like this. I'm gonna pass it right through. Hold it. Sorry. It's difficult to work and try to keep the camera and the focus at the same time. And like that. You're gonna start doing knots like that for the few ones left. You're gonna try to wrap around like that and pass it right through there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Like that. Pass it around and pull. I'm making knots, and you're gonna pull it like that. Like that. You see, you hardly see the knots in there, and you're gonna continue doing the knots until you get to the end. That way it don't come out. Like that. You're gonna continue until you do the one more. There's one more left. There. Try to pull it back tight and back. There. Now when I glue my heart, or the heart, I'm gonna try to glue with a little bit of the yarn there, that way the knot don't unravel. Okay, you're gonna glue it just like there. Okay, you're gonna make the two of them like that, and now I'm gonna glue the hearts. I'm gonna start with this side. I'm gonna glue the first heart. Let me see, one that don't have any showing any you're gonna do a dab at the glue there, and try to find the dab of glue the middle of the heart and glue it like that. Okay, after you need to paint it again, a little bit of paint, you do it, but like that. You have to leave 24 hours to dry before you continue doing this work. Okay, the same thing we're going to do in the other side. This one going to be a little more difficult because we have the yarn, but we're going to do the glue and the yarn at the same time there. Sorry, it's really difficult to do it and record at the same time. There. And now I'm going to get another heart. I'm going to cut the yarn first, and I'm going to do the other heart. Just right there, push it. Make sure the two hearts are facing the right way. The one heart facing up and the other one facing down. And you have to hold it right there because it's tending to, because the yarn, you have to put some pressure. I'm gonna put it just like this and put some pressure down. Okay, and pressure on the top and then the bottom. I'm gonna hold it like this for a few minutes, and I will put them to dry, and I will wait 24 hours before I continue with this video. For you, gonna be seconds because I will continue recording after that. Tomorrow it will be a continuation in the same video. The one on the top is drying nicely, but this one with the yarn is a little more difficult to let it dry. Like that. You see, this one is just like that, and this one in the other side. I'm gonna put it to dry out of the side, and I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Okay, here I have the dowels with the hearts already glued, very strong, they don't go anywhere. And what I did, I measured half at the dowel. The dowel is 12 inches long. I mark 6 inches in both of them, and then now I will cross them one on top of each other there. And I don't know if I'm gonna use glue for sewing or the glue for sewing, or just with the thin yellow thread, wrap it around and tie it together. That I have to decide what I'm gonna do with that. But that is how you're gonna end up with the two dowels with the hearts in each end, and measure 6 inches in the middle, and I put some pins to mark where the middle are. Okay, here where I have the pen, I put a little dab of glue. It's liquid stitch. I just put a little bit, and now I'm gonna cross the other one right there. Just a sec, because I moved the pin before I supposed to. Let me mark again, and I'm gonna mark the 6 inches, and I'm gonna mark it with a pen instead. That way I know. There I did a little mark, and now I know exactly where I'm gonna glue it. Just like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna press it. And after, with this, I'm gonna tie it up around, that way it's nice and strong. Here I finished doing I tied it up, the crossing the two dowels. This will be the part that you see from the bottom of the crib, and this one with the knots is the one will go in the top. Here I do a double knot. I'm gonna cut this because I want to be the thread hanging from the top, the red one, because the chicken in the middle gonna be the red one, and that's the way it will be the dowels, the two dowels with the hearts. Okay, and now we're gonna put the little chickens in the dowel. Hi, this is trial and error. Remember that I put the piece of wool here in the back closer to the little chicken. Well, when I put the whole thing together, I realized when I lifted it up that what you see was the bottom of the chicken, because it was almost like that. And then I did from the 1, 2, and the third one, the third row from the little tail, I put the wool. Remember, this little mobile is for a baby in Cuba. In Cuba, they do in the crib, they do a circle metal wood that is connected to the crib for the mosquito net, and these will be connected to that piece of wood, the circle in the middle, a screw with a little thing that is a little bit like that. I have these to connect in the top, but if you don't have these, you just put it from the ceiling. Depend on the country that is making this project, is why I'm spelling this way. You will need longer the piece of yarn or ribbon. If you decide to put ribbon, maybe you want to put just the yarn until here and ribbon from here to the ceiling. You'll have to measure, if you're going to put it from the ceiling, the length that you want the mobile to hang from the crib. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Now I'm going to show you how to put the little chickens. I already put one. Here is hanging from the mobile. What I did was I did a knot in here, like that, around from my finger to here. Coincident, I have a beauty mark there, and I don't even notice when I did it. In there, that length around there. Here is my thing, my arm finished there, my elbow. There, around there. That was the length they're gonna be hanging, and the rest will be for tying up to this. Okay, it depends where you are from. You will give the length of the yarn or the ribbon if you decide to put it with ribbon. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna tie it. I already did the first knot in there, and now I'm gonna do another knot in the top. Make sure that that knot in the bottom is in the middle there, and I will do just a single knot, or a double knot, sorry, but just a regular double knot, like that. I make sure that it's right in the middle, that way it hangs right the right way. Here is in the middle, and now I do the other knot. And like that, you're gonna tie all the chickens. The red one I left just maybe an inch, little bit longer, or a half an inch, because the red one is the one that go in the middle. Okay, here I have already two chicken hanging from the mobile, and I will show you when my project is finished what you're gonna do. Well, after I put my chicken, I'm gonna show you how to do here in the top. Here I have all my chickens already tied in there. Try to grab all the thread at the same length here and do a knot there, And then after, you separate the ribbons or the wool, one strand for in each side, and make another knot, but leaving a space in between where you're gonna hook whatever you decide you're gonna hook in there. I gonna hook these. I have to leave a space in between. I do a double knot and then another double knot, but with a space in between. Okay, I will show you my final product. Like this, you see, I made a knot in here and another knot in there, and I left a space in between, and from there I'm gonna hook this and there, and like that you're gonna hook whatever you want to do, and you have the little left a little something there, little pieces, look nice. And now I'm gonna find where I'm gonna hang it up to show you the final product. You're gonna need one of these to hook your mobile from the ceiling. Make sure it's safe, that you put one of those plastic thingy, I forgot what's it called, that you screw this thing into the ceiling, for those ceilings that they are made of plaster, and that way don't come out. Okay, I'm gonna show you now my final product. Here is the final product. I love it, love it, love it, love it. It's beautiful. Look at the little chicken. That's what the baby will be seeing, those little chicken moving around. All the beautiful color, the music. It's amazing. I love it. I hope you love this project. Give it the thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe to my channel, and have a good afternoon, and thank you for watching. Bye.